Welcome to Session 4. This session focuses on the Program Evaluation Standards. The Joint Committee on Standards for Educational Evaluation developed these standards. The Canadian Evaluation Society later adopted them in January 2012. These standards are published in book format, which is available for purchase by those with vested interests in program evaluation. The standards address a wide variety of issues and needs experienced by those who commission, conduct, or use program evaluations. They provide guidance and encourage reflective practice on, for example, whether and when to evaluate a program, how to select evaluators and other experts for a program evaluation, the impact of cultures, contexts, and politics on program evaluations. They also explore issues related to communication and stakeholder engagement in program evaluation, including technical issues in planning, designing, and managing program evaluation, as well as other issues related to evaluation quality, improvement, and accountability. For each of our face-to-face sessions, I will bring a copy of the Program Evaluation Standards to class, which you can review during class time or on the break. To summarize and reiterate, the standards identify and define evaluation quality. They also guide evaluators and users of evaluations. The standards, however, are not laws, and evaluators are not mandated to adhere to them. However, it is highly recommended that evaluators use them as guides in their program evaluations. Nevertheless, the standards will also improve the quality of program evaluations, and they can be applied to all evaluations. However, the exact ways that they are applied will differ from evaluation to evaluation and will often depend on the purpose of the evaluation as well as who is involved in it. The standards are structured around 5 major categories, which are outlined on this slide. When using these standards to guide your program evaluation activities and practices, it is important to remember that there is no one right way to approach an evaluation. Instead, when planning and implementing your evaluation, you need to make choices that best suit your particular situation and evaluation purpose. With this in mind, not all the standards will apply in each evaluation. We will now talk about each standard category individually. First, the utility standards are intended to increase the extent to which program stakeholders find evaluation processes and products valuable in meeting their needs. Within this category, there is also a focus on evaluator credibility and acknowledging that evaluation should be conducted by qualified people who establish and maintain credibility in the evaluation world. It also focuses on evaluation's attention to stakeholders' needs. That is, evaluation should devote attention to the full range of individual and groups invested in the program or affected by the evaluation. For additional information on the standards that are encompassed under the utility standard, check out the link that I mentioned previously from the Canadian Evaluation Society, which is posted on our Brightspace for this module. Next, the feasibility standards are intended to increase evaluation effectiveness and efficiency. They are centered around project management, practical procedures, contextual validity, and resource use. Each of the general standards that are defined under this category are featured here on the slide. Moving on, the propriety standards support what is proper, fair, legal, right, and just in evaluations. They focus on the responsiveness of evaluations, the establishment of formal arrangements and contracts between evaluators and stakeholders, human rights, clarity and fairness, transparency and disclosure, conflicts of interest, as well as fiscal responsibilities placed on program evaluators. The issues covered under this category are often the most controversial in program evaluation. However, here are a few of the standards that are included in this category, and even though they are controversial, they are extremely important within program evaluation. The fourth category of standards relates to that of accuracy. The accuracy standards are intended to increase the dependability and truthfulness of evaluation representations and findings, especially those that support interpretations and judgments about quality in the program evaluation. The goal of these standards is to point out specific components of an evaluation that should be accurate. The 8 accuracy standards focus on what it means for specific components to be accurate in a program evaluation and how to increase their accuracy as program evaluators. The standards in this section focus on justifying conclusions and decisions, providing valid information, providing reliable information, explicitly detailing the program and context. They also focus on information management, sound designs and analyses in program evaluation, evaluation reasoning, and the communication and reporting of findings and recommendations. Lastly, there is a category of evaluation accountability standards. For the purposes of this course, it is important to note that the evaluation accountability standards encourage adequate documentation of evaluations, and they really focus heavily on the improvement and accountability function of evaluation processes and products. You'll have an opportunity to engage a little bit more with the standards in the learning activity for this session. In the learning activity for this week, you'll have an opportunity to work very closely with the program evaluation standards as they are posted on the Canadian Evaluation Society's website. Please note that the link to the standards on the Canadian Evaluation Society's website is a summary of those that are featured in the larger book. You can find this link to the standards in the presentation area on Brightspace, as well as in the learning activity document for Session 4. The objective of this activity is to consider some of the ethical dilemmas faced by evaluators and to identify relevant evaluation standards and principles that might help to mitigate some of these dilemmas that this program evaluation is facing. As always, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns about the content in this session.